First of all, the word Moko is African. That is from the African language. The word Jumbie, it was added from Trinidad. They were describing how the Moko looked, the representation of the Moko, which was a spirit, which they called a Jumbie. The Moko Jumbie was a representation of the guardian of villages and tribes. They stood very tall, and they were the ones that did the lookout for whenever danger was coming. These guardians would now alert our tribes, and they act as defense towards evil all the time, because when their enemy or the evil saw how tall their statue was, it would defy them, and they had fear within them that these were giants. When you see a Moko today, you see how tall he is, you have that instant fear within you. And then you realize that the spirit is not of evil, but of good. So they were, as in actuality, the tower representing the god, the deity, Moko. Good day, guys. My name is Alan Israel Peterson. I'm from the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, born and raised. I am before you today as the Moko Jumbie of St. Thomas. That's what I've been doing for several years, beginning from the 70s as a young boy. That is who I am, and that is what I represent, and I'm representing today for you. My encounter as a little boy, seeing the first Moko Jumbie, I would have to say I was about 6 years old, 7 years old. I was at the parade with my parents, Mabel and Anthony Peterson, and we was watching the parade, and there was a guy on stilts, and they knew him by name. His name was Alvin Ali Paul, and he was the only and solo Moko Jumbie that was coming up the parade route. But my parents then was elated with this guy, and ever since I saw my parents them like that about Alvin Ali Paul, I was joyful. And he was so tall, I was so small, so he had looked so tall and stilts. And they had always admired him, and they would always race to the parade early just to make sure they see Alvin Ali Paul. So that was my first impression before any of this. And after I saw that, I knew I wanted to do that. My mentor was Alvin Ali Paul. That was my mentor in learning the stilt, because to me, he was the legend. He was the one that created the first original group of the Moko Jumbies coming up as a troupe in the carnival parades, and then he extended that to the different islands of the Caribbean. I began using the bunk bed ladder. Me and my sibling brothers, we climbed the bunk bed ladder, and then we used to unhinge it, and we put our feet on the rounds of the bunk bed ladder and on the ends, and we maneuvers it left and right, left and right, left and right. And then we would also do the hopping. We would be 1001, 1002, 1003 to see who can do the longest, who could do the most tricks on it. From that, we went to the Goya cans. What we would do with the Goya cans is we would punch holes on the top of the Goya cans, close to the top, and we'll put a string or rope right through the Goya cans. And every time we make a step, we raise the string and we drop the string. We raise it and with the leg the same way our motion was. So with that, it was practicing and making my balance even better with my brothers and siblings. So we used to run races like that until we decided that we have enough balance, we're gonna build stilts. So what we did was build stilts from then, our very own, and we became self-taught Moko Jumbies. It is very important that you have the right spirit to be a Moko Jumbie. You have to have the attributes that the deity had. Guarding, protecting, loving, being kind, and being a healer. towards many people and whatever ceremony that you may partake and participate in. What is her name?
Jackie.
Say it again.
Jackie.
Jackie? Jackie, good luck on the twins from St. John. You better deliver them. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. There we go. It is very, very important to wear the type of clothing that will reflect the African tradition and culture. Like today, I'm wearing what you call is the Zulu type hat. So I'm wearing the type of material that they love, with that is from African and from Creole as well. So I blend. The reason I wear a different color black and white mask is the same thing, because we are not black or white. We are spirit, and we are one in entity. So the significance of the black and white mask is very powerful to show that it is a unity of here, and it's a spirit of love for everyone, not just for one kind, but everyone is one. I am impressed of the way that the Africans do the Moko Jumbie, that they're fully covered and they hold significant to the culture of the spirituality of it. I love that. I have went to other places and I've seen where others have changed the form and it has regressed, where they have been showing faces, showing half of their bodies and so forth. And I've always tell people that is not a Moko Jumbie. A Moko Jumbie is fully covered. You cannot see. What you are looking at is someone that is a stilt performer, a stilt actor, or a stilt dancer. That's what they are when you see someone like that. But as the Moko Jumbie, you must be fully covered, whether it is hot or whether it is cold, because it is a representation of who you are and what you represent that is most important besides anything else when it comes to being a Moko Jumbie. You know, and as I've said, it's an intense position that you're in. It's an intense position that you're working with. And basically, the gravity of it is very and extremely supernatural. When you come to this here, that you leave your natural state behind, what you would be without the mask, and you change into that supernatural as it's supposed to be, and you perform. Some days you can go as long as 8 hours a day on stilts because that supernatural take over. But on your regular feet, you'll get tired within 15, 20 minutes just dancing with a partner. But while you're up here, you can go for several hours because that supernatural spirit has taken over at the Moko Jumbie. The historical roots of the Moko Jumbie and its significance to the Virgin Islands culture is very deep. It runs very deep. As slaves, our ancestors were brought here and they came along with their culture. Their culture from Africa is where they came from. Our history and deep roots run through our veins. That's what made us who we are today. The legend Kwabena, master storyteller. Love you. My man, good one, good one. From a legend to a legend. What do I think of the future of the Moko Jumbie in the Virgin Islands? I really think because it is the icon of the VI, that it should be an art form that should be taught, just like steel pan playing is our cultural art form, quadrille dancing is our cultural art form, so that our youths will grow up knowing this form to continue this tradition in the Virgin Islands. youths of the Virgin Islands today. The Moko Jumbie skill, the Moko Jumbie culture, the Moko Jumbie is very, very important for you to keep in our islands today. It is to you we extend this video to, that you continue this tradition whenever you can, that you practice whenever you can, that you learn it and that you save it. Just as the steel pan is saved and the quadrille dancing is saved, so shall the Moko Jumbie be saved. It is your time. This is your time. This video is for you. It's for the world. But today is a calling for you. If you feel it touch you, then come forward with this. As a Moko Jumbie, I will tell you that this will move on. It will transcend, because most of you are the ancestors of those Africans that are here today. And most of you who have joined are welcome, whether you are or whether you're not, because this is your time that you're supposed to transcend this art form. It is very, very important that we hold it and keep it in these islands and move on. We love you. Thank you.